The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Shoot.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
What is? Okay, I'll stick to it. So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress? Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about? And
Perhaps.
Okay. Why'd you think that? Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think? Okay. What else? There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she? Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory. Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. Sure. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... Oh, that. You're not going to believe me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a... She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't... And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even... He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you see the other spooker, the one in Grandma's clothes? That's odd. You should search her machine. Maybe it says where she went. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth. Which isn't much. You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them. May I ask? What did you tell them? Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time.
Come on, get in. Huh? Oh, hi again. So, and? What happened? Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway, do let us know if you see her. As always, we'll be right here. Wait.
Huh? I see you're here. Nah. You heard me.
The large-headed youth has...
Good morning, Tycoon. Yeah, remix time. Tape goes here into deck B.
a hand on his ear. He listens to the audio through...
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself? Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Wow! Here's that! The signs match perfect! Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be...
Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is... No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. Something mysterious is going on here.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits!
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
Yeah, I remember. You said it.
You can't just leave it without a bass track.
Yo, the warrior!
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think that...
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that.
Too many times, essay. You need it for...
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña. Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about... I think we're done here, Ese.
The machine's keyboard is... The speaker comes to life.
Good evening. Votre accident. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Sleep well, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is... The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 50, arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. 6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky. What was that about narcotics? This 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. She must be talking about her former colleagues from Fortress Accident. They all sound like... 12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy. 25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in. The 28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. That disco man must be a cell. March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still does. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
There are no coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network. No one's hiding here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything. What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no. Not any...
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Nope. Yes. And I don't care. I don't care about crapmen. What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by it's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, but it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 anyway. You should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light cast in her face.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the...
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps. No, I don't. Because I needed something good for my investigation, and RAIN Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. Besides, owning a RAIN prefect isn't such a big deal.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see RAIN prefects in every police department.
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIN Rush. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as RAIN Civic. So it's kind of a ripoff. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models. Great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out? You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydrotransducers.
Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower, strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I know. No, I don't. Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact... And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really eat. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No, this is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to... Take a guess, why don't you? Bingo! That's exactly what they're up to. So that's settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then. Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks.
Hi again. So, yes? What's the deal? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the night?
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and you?
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honour Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of...
The lines in the dark exist!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for him.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Oh man, but the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going.
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, I mean, Nordic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good.
Excitement bubbles up in you. Maybe you should blast some of these drugs right here in this tent.
Nah, but you see, no one likes drunk people. Drunk people get into fight.
Just dance for hours, one with the night.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. What? I'm not going anywhere. This is a public space, and
A small, satisfied smile breaks free on her face.
I'm protected by the Wayfarer Act. The Wayfarer Act states that citizens have the right to gather in public. And before you go on, I'm not disrupting any order here. I'm a circuit bender, and no one has anything against circuit benders.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. a glassy look in her eyes, a gust of wind.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Oh God, not this again. It is not on-site.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically...
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. We clear? Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do... That's her name, I believe? Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent, like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads.
Valley of 1,000 heads. You like the sound of that.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure some... The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. No. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rain Civic. Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep...
The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0. It's getting late. The bed is comforting, The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening.
How have things been going for you out there?
This bastard isn't even listening.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. So it's much, much worse than that.
Don't tell him, sister. It's too...
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures,
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Oh, but you will. You're already going there. Sleeping of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000.
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the
last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window.
Yes?
Everything's still...
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep...
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent. His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and die?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now
that means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
No, René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him. I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worse. Oh, we've hated each other our entire lives. Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know, in Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a Kent, and I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old Kent. No?
Strange how old cunt sounds almost gentle when he says it now.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo. Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, I just don't know anymore. about anything really. But you must need something. René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like... That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests. And there were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them, I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to... Yes? What about René?
Yes.
It is what it is. I just don't know any...
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric fruit. Ice squeaks beneath your coffee, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it. This orange machine is dead still. Ice squeaks, and it's already... This orange machine is dead still. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid cracks. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding.
We should take it back to Miss Luukkanen Kilde as soon as possible.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament?
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit. Fuck no! Art shit! It's not art! It's fucking brutal! Not
even the pigs think it's garbage!
Look, bitches, Kuno's gonna wrap it up for you. Talk business, or fuck off! Enough about this art shit! The fuck do you... Good call, pig. Kuno doesn't...
Looking for something?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes... They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like...
Arno van Eyck. Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van... those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground? Someone partied well. They went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy.
This is the night watchman's booth. Take it. It's just there. Who cares?
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though. Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes.
Wow, this jacket makes you feel strong. As if your blood is mixing with that of apologies. You're right. The need for a strong central government. It's time to clean up the streets and restore the city to its former glory.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without... My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased... Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up? I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again, Harry. No. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her, because you and I are such good friends and I helped you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy. It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine. What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and could... Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Yes. Low-balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your... Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I've helped you with your lost...
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Oh, hey, mister.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for? The pleasure was mine. Farewell, friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness. Welcome back, gentlemen. What the pleasure?
The woman still has no response. Wherever this woman, no response.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime Romance. Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability. I would be okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to just... Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books? Which book was it, sir? Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet. I wish I could help you.
Give up. You'll never find the answer. There's no other copy of, because that's how the world works. Some stories never get finished. But, what if you never find out how your story is? There isn't. If only you had more time. Maybe if there had been more money. Or more. Or that. Yes. Either way, you might have been able to come up with, hang on, you can do this. Use your imagination. So, who killed Charlie Spillane and Diana Denuva, detective? Just fucking pick one. Sure, why not? Everyone knows politicians are corrupt. And what's more corrupt than way to go, public corruption cop? You've seen firsthand how the powerful tip the scales of justice in their...
That rider's fucking...
Hey, piss... Look who it is.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
A typical Martinez. All the old boombox. This is it, the scene of the party, the fire pit. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point.
Looks like it. Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Tequila sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Not that I can. That might be the case.
Danko.
There's no waking him from...
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Wait, no. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
No, it's not dangerous. Just depressing. I have a theory. Lindell was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this— Watch! What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star.
Here! I found it! Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done! I've got it! I found the location of the anomaly! I found the coordinates!
Great job.
Thank you!
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps.
There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is...
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters... Thanks.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire... Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Each chalk-drawn line... Oh boy, this is going to be good. It moves like a ghost, without creating a... Some water spills out of the bowl. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place, after all.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now. Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little scared. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to...
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona, Loken and Kilda presses unmute on her, you can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. What?
Damn it! Yeah. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? This can't be it. You should have a listen. Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace. You mean the speed freaks? Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me? I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Sure, let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Hi again. Yes? What's the deal? We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. That's fine. We can manage. And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind? Of course. I meant the bar, obviously. Why am I even talking about this? It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
How about something simple?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the sea.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
It's not amnesia, guys.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman...
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean?
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it?
The past is the future, but the future is...
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name.
I'm dancing.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
Yes, my man.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with audio waves thump against your ribcage? The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat...
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spike. Yes, it is, man. Absolutely. Goodbye, officer.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden...
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are. Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. Sure, you helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know? What do you mean? Oh, that. He's the party boy. Anodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing. Anyway.
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City, I can't remember.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of...
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the Egg came with us, he made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent. You wish you'd been there.
Who do you want to know about? He's a Forburger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the palace. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What do you mean do? Like for a living? He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself. Sir, I abide by the law.
A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though...
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering. Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different... Yeah, I hope you do. Who do you want to know about? Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but...
She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have...
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know. Yes. Anyway. Yes. Who do you want to know about? Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't act... I just tried to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some... Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower? Who do you want to know about? Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins? And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic. Me? Again? Yes, better that way. Sure.
You got us in, cop! I can't believe you got us in! Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority, but you really came through for the art.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church cell, using her contact mic to listen to a tree. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk, and in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
You sure that's a good idea? Those are some serious...
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
Asel's right. He's one of us now. Guess it would be pretty soft core for me to say no, wouldn't it? Yeah, alright. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're gonna need a serious wave generator of your own. Not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's...
Build it ourselves! We built this nightclub, we can build anything!
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our part's finding an antenna big enough.
An antenna hardcore enough to shake the whole world?
Maybe not that big, but pretty big. It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveller. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days. The material knowledge is mega though. Guild shit. Teaches independence. 320 years. A little more. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago. Forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture. Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff, like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires, put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virgin stands to reason it used to be white on the outside. Before the sea wind took all the paint.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green.
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it. A Sarais man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother. A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history, built and maintained.
The way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are. But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. They don't have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own. Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes...
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with. Your pleasure response was more like, just wondering if he has...
I don't. Fucker giving me the evil eye. I didn't know it was in here. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent.
What a strange choice of words. Caustic. Overflowing. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to... Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop.
Hard to say, cop man. Signs in here are I did get to talk to the crab man though. Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a... Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. The man picks up on stuff. And he knows a lot about the church. Good thing you didn't squash him. The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years. Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit you bees had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it. I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona... It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance. Like a concentric ring spreading out, the struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited side. Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well. Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our sight. It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the it'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sand and colour.
This is a good, dangerous line of questioning.
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number one.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
No, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane things. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably...
His eyes flicker.
They're hardcore. They're just clothes. It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
Delorean Church, the place to be! Make the noise, my...
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. He stands on stage, behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see...
Yeah! Back on the case! The first page of the second chapter!
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, or...
J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good...
Yes, what is it?
What? What did you say? I can't hear you! The music is too loud! Oh, the project! It's not going well! There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speaker. He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore. Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes. Let me know how it goes!
It's a paw! Yeah! To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade.
Great! Someone got through to him! Okay!
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a sec. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that...
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instant?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. We can always turn it back up if there's a need.
Can't turn down the hardcore!
Of course it is.
Yeah!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air.
Born ready. Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and low.
What? No, we should definitely do this. I am going to do this. Ready?
Her hand is trembling slightly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate.